Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another review and preview for the Montreal Canadiens. This week, we're going to give you all the information you need to know what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens. So don't go nowhere. Here we go. Before we start, we invite you subscribe, like the video, and give us your comments about the Montreal Canadiens so far after 13 painful game. Yeah, you understand me, I'm sure. So let's start with what happened last week. Montreal Canadiens, we know our review is always from Sunday to Saturday. That's what we do here, so I just want to give you how we do that. First of all, last week they are again 1-3-0. They play 4 games. They are, during the season so far, 3-10-0. They are the bottom of the Atlantic Division, and they are at the bottom of the NHL with the Chicago Blackhawks and Arizona Coyotes. It is what it is, right? They lost in Anaheim last week 4-2. They won Tuesday 3-0 against the Detroit. 2 of the 3 W they got so far is against the Detroit Red Wings. Obviously, they play only 4 games this season. The loss against the New York Islanders 6-2, 4 goals for Brock Nelson for them. Congratulations for Nelson. And finally, they lost again yesterday. Again, the Vegas Golden Knights by a score of 5-2, where they should have a better result when you watch the game, but unfortunately, they cannot score. So if you think about this guy, they gave 18 goals and 4 games. So it's on average a 4 game in plus per game, 4 goals in plus per game. And then they score 6 goals and 4 games. It's 1.5 goals per game almost. So that gives you an idea how the Montreal cannot win game if you score only 1.5 goal per game. That's simple. That's easy. So let's move on to the next one. What is bad right now? And again, I'm not a negative person, but I want to be honest and realistic what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens. The zone coverage system. The system they play is pretty, most of the team play. It's a swamp. It's called a 2-1-2, but deep zone. When the puck is in the corner, they apply 2 guys in the corner. Then you have the F3 close to them to retravel the puck, and then you have a guy in front of the net. You have a guy maybe close to the dots. That's simple. But they have a really difficult time to win their battle in the corner, and that's the problem they got. The second thing is they are not aware of what's going on around them. And what's happening right there is like they are inaptized by the puck. I made a video last week about they have to get better to know what's going on around them. Finally, the second subject, front net not cover. We let too many people in front of the net with no watching them. We not tie up them. We not have our stick under their stick. And they make a better, we give too many chances over there, and they take advantage. If you look about the 18 goal last week, I think you have 3 or 4 goals on empty net. So drop a 14. On the 14 goal, guys, I'd be honest with you, they have about 10 goals right there in front of the net. That's called a garbage goal, but that's what everybody does. And they have to have a better, stronger defenseman have to be there. And I don't want to blame only one defenseman. Most of them struggle in front of the net. They are not aware. They are all positioned. They go to some place they should not be there. Goal line, it's just terrible, the zone coverage over there. They have some responsibility, but also some forward have to be better on zone coverage. Special team guys, the PK struggling. They are about 64-65% right now, and they are at the bottom in the NHL. If you want to win game in NHL, you have to have a great special team on power play and on PK. They are below of average right now, and that's the reason they lose many games also. They are always at the penalty box, first of all. They have an average of 4 penalty per game. It's 8 minutes per game. But again, they are not aggressive. And I don't understand. It's the same system like they applied during the playoff last season. That's Dominic Chami said. Here's the problem. Philippe Danault, it was winning 2 of the 3 face-off. So when you win the face-off, you're icing the puck. But if you don't win the face-off, you give the other team to set up their power play, and that's what's going on right now. Then you're missing Weber, the hammer Weber, the Sherwood Weber around the net, and the other players feel it. We don't have those kind of Weber around us. We are scared to hit people around. And that's the second thing. The third thing, we still on PK. They are not aggressive enough, and they are not coming back, and we leave too many chances around the net. And that's what the problem on PK on my eyes. Cannot score enough. One thing they do better, 3 of the 4 game guys, they have an average of 38, 39 shots per game. That's pretty good. They shoot a lot from the home plate. That's pretty good. But the problem, they cannot put the freaking puck, the little black puck, behind the goaltender. That's not normal. We have Anderson, we have Toffoli, we have Suzuki, we have Gallagher, we have Hoffman, we have Drouin. He's not there this week. But usually we have Drouin over there. We have Armia, we have Dvorak. Any of them score. Only Suzuki right now is looking good. That's the reason why. They cannot hammer when they need a goal to change the momentum of the game. We can blame everybody, but at some point, I'm trying to show to you what's going on with Montreal Canadiens. Next thing, the dilemma of Armia Lehkonen. All my respect for Dominic Charm. I like the man. I like his smart coach. But I will tell you one thing right now. I don't understand. If you have 2 wingers on the same line, right? Put any center there. We usually play with Evans. Right now it's Dvorak. Lehkonen and Armia. Both of them together. Do you know how many goals they have so far? 0. I know any chance after 13 games at some point, so maybe I should change them. Maybe we should split them. I don't know, but geez, I would try something else. What he tried right now is changing the center between he keep the same winger together. Does not work right now. It's happened sometime. Why not to changing them? What's the cost? Nothing. And anyway, you lose right now. That's one problem I see on the chart. The lines 17, 28, 68. Who are they? Anderson, Dvorak, and Hoffman. Oof. Oof. Ow. Minus. Minus 5, -4, -5, -3, -3. The last 2 games. -8, -9 for most of them. Why we keep them together? Now he changed. He put Jake Evans. Help a little bit. But again, they have to find a way to, that line had to be better on defensive side. Caulfield back at Laval. Obviously, it's happened, and I think this is good for this. I agree with that move over there for a couple of weeks. Not forever, but a couple of weeks. Let him to get confidence about himself. That's simple. Just back where he's supposed to be. Go get confidence. Is it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months? I don't know. But let him now to get his confidence back. Bergevin Charm at the bottom of this. Like, Bergevin have to figure out what he wants to do. You cannot run the team all the way to the end of his contract without knowing what's going happening after that. He needs to figure out, he needs to talk with Molson, and Molson needs to step up right now. Ducharme. And Bergevin also want to mention one more thing before. The reason why they are right there, I believe he did one big mistake during the summer. He misevaluated the player he signed as a UFA. I understand the Kokanemi changed a little bit with Fuente with Dvorak, but at some point he missed the Jake Evans situation and also the 4-line center evaluation over there and the David Savard. I think he make a big mistake over there. I don't want to jump too much on this. I will come with something letters during the week about Bergevin, but I think he's a big problem. The second thing is Dominic Charm. Out coaching a lot. Do not react quicker. Sometimes it's good to be boosted, but sometimes it's good to hammer the players publicly. Do not try to protect too much your players at some point. When they repeat the same mistake, it's time for him maybe to wake up and the mic and tell them, like yesterday he said, we play enough good to win the game, but unfortunately did not turn around. Are you kidding me? Yes, they play a great game, a great first period, But again, what they did after that, they lost again. And I think sometimes he's calm during the storm. I understand that part over there. But sometimes a shaky action and show you emotion, that help at some point. That's what happened about this one. That's the bad thing. Let's go to move on to the good things. More shot on the net. What I like for that part, guys, we shoot a lot the last 3 games. 38, 41, 41, 38, 38. I love this part over there. So we're starting to shoot to the net better. And with shooting to the net, everything could happen. Better opportunity. We create better chance to score, but we don't finish it yet. So our goal above is a little bit higher, but we cannot put the puck in the net. That's the problem I mentioned earlier. And that's why the Montreal have to be there. They shoot a puck from the on the home plate. I like it. And from the net. But they have to put the puck in the net. That's what we're missing right now. But I like those kind of, the shoot on the net, better opportunities. Power play better. I like what I see right now yesterday. They use usually Zuski now on the left side, Toffoli behind the goal line. They put Devarek in front of the net. I love this one over there. The puck movement, the shift yesterday, Whiteman, Petrie. The puck movement was better. Hoffman was on the right side. I see a little bit better chance for Montreal Canadiens on power play. They increase a little bit. They score more this week. I believe they have 3 power play goals this week. It's not good enough. They're still at the bottom at 11, 12%. But still, I can see a little bit light over there. If they keep the same players. The problem with Montreal power play, they have 2 units. 2 units. They don't exist anymore. Most of the team use the same unit for 90 seconds. How many minutes play Ovechkin? How many play McKinnon, McDavid? They let them over there. Why we have to play with, we have to please everybody. Are you kidding me? Calm down, coach. Zuzuki on fire. OMG. Nick Suzuki. Wow. 12 points right now. The last 3 games, 2 points per game. He's on fire, my friend. He showed exactly who he is, and he's going to be the next star for the Montreal Canadiens. Can he be a center number 1? Yes. He's not a cornerstone franchise hockey player, but he can be a great center number 1 over there, for sure. So I just want to give you the good about the Montreal Canadiens. Now it's time to preview the week with an update. Edmonton should be returned in 2 weeks. I expect him to be about when he's going to be on the road next week. Possibly he'll be joining the team with them. We'll be interesting to follow with him. That's what he is on my eyes, what's going to happen. Norlander and Laval for condition physical. They bring Norlander for 1 week, maybe 7-10 days, then coming back. We'll see what they're going to do with Norlander. Can he play a couple of games with Montreal? He can play for 9 games where they keep him, or they return him on the SHL where he's supposed to go if it's not work with the Montreal Canadiens. Price return Tuesday. He's not going to talk about publicly. He's not going to be on with the media. He's going to return. He's going to follow the program from the therapist and the doctor from Montreal Canadiens. At least 2 or 3 weeks minimum without his back with the Montreal Canadiens. For me, I wouldn't be surprised he's returned only in December. Good or bad, that's your opinion, but that's the situation with Carey Price. Biron skate with a skilled coach, starting to do a lot of power skating slowly, properly. We expect him for another 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Dwayne is out after he got a slap shot Tuesday night from the point. He was day-to-day right now. We expect him to play yesterday, but firstly, looked like he was not. He did not get a concussion, but he still played with some headache, he said. We'll be interesting to follow up about him for the next couple of days. Marcus suspended 2 games from Anaheim when he hit Trevor Zegras, so he was back last night. Brooks was out yesterday. And then Perro, still 2 more weeks. We expect him again to be out for the next 2 weeks. So that's what's happening with around the Montreal Canadiens update about injuries, everything like that. What's coming now? Tuesday, the Los Angeles Kings. The Kings doing well overall. Philippe Danault with Yafalo and Camp doing great. They're missing Drowdy and Walker, but they're still winning. And they're doing well over there. The Kings will be another big game for the Montreal Canadiens. What about the Calgary Flames? OMG, one of the top 5, 6 team in NHL. They're doing absolutely amazing. Daryl Sutter doing well. And they are hot right now. They beat the Rangers 6-0, and they're going to visit Montreal. It's not going to be pretty for the Montreal Canadiens because the physicality of the Flames are big at that moment. Saturday, finally, they go back to see Detroit. Can we see a W again for Detroit? 3-3 will be interesting. That's the dream for Montreal Canadiens. The only team they can beat at that moment is the Detroit Red Wings. So, guys, this is conclude another week show of the Montreal Canadiens review and preview. Hopefully, you enjoy it. But before we leave, we invite you to subscribe, like the video, and finally, of course, tell us what you think about the Montreal Canadiens since the beginning of the season and, of course, what happened last week. So, thanks again for watching another great video with the hockey coach guru called Frenchy. Je vous souhaite une très belle semaine, mes amis. On se revoit plus tard, dimanche prochain, pour une autre vidéo à propos des Canadiens de Montréal. Bonne journée, mes amis.